An update tonight on a story we've been tracking for months. Multnomah County ambulances are getting worse at responding to emergencies on time. Reporter Evan Watson has been on top of this story for months, looking at paramedic shortages and the county's 2 paramedic requirement for ambulance crews. Evan, what's the new data say?
Well, between September and February, about 1 out of every 3 ambulances in Multnomah County didn't get to emergencies on time, which is within 8 minutes at the county standard. So that can be concerning in a field where seconds can often make the difference.
Sure.
Multnomah County and ambulance provider AMR agree that ambulance crews should get to 90% of 911 calls on time. In the most recent reported months, that's happening about 68% of the time. AMR blames a shortage of paramedics, saying that staffing issues are causing delays, but the county and AMR disagree about how to fix this. AMR wants to lower the standards for EMS workers, hiring lower qualified EMTs rather than paramedics to fill the gaps. But so far, the county is sticking to its 2 paramedic requirement for ambulances, saying it creates better care.
It is the way the EMS is configured. We need the right resources at the right place at the right time. I can tell you, if I have 2 trained paramedics, with you having a cardiac arrest, they're going to do a better job than 1 medic. Guaranteed.
It's worth noting that this current data only shows up until February, so we don't know the last 2 months of data and how the 911 response times have been looking. Also interesting that just in the last 3 weeks, AMR and Multnomah County rolled out a BLS, Basic Life Support System, which are ambulance crews that involve just 2 EMTs, no paramedics at all. The intent of that is that those lower acuity calls, the minor calls, they can triage that out at the dispatch level and send just the EMT crews while the paramedics hopefully get freed up and can respond and have more availability to get to these other calls, hopefully boosting the response times. But county leaders say it might take a while to see if that's happening.
Speaking of county leaders, Sharon Myron, who's an ER doctor and a county commissioner, told me that she now supports the AMR position of 1 paramedic and 1 EMT, and she's going to start pushing for that at the county level. And
that's fascinating because for decades now, Multnomah County is stuck by this 2 paramedic standard. And when looking at 2 paramedics, they've said it provides the best care. That's the reasoning from the EMS medical director. So if there's movement from the top there in the county to take another look at this, it could mean that maybe some balls are starting to roll now, and we'll see if there's any actual action come out of that.
Yeah, and I'm sure you'll be on top of it.
You got it, Pat.
Thank you, Evan Watson.